안녕하세요. 속수간숙입니다. 오늘은 캐나다 끼시주에 숨겨진 보물을 소개합니다. 1974년 개간 이후 광산의 역사와 기술자들의 산을 보존해온 이곳은 2025년 50주년을 맞이했습니다. 국립사적지로 지정된 이 박물관은 광산 내구 탐험 체험형 전시 그리고 살아있는 역사 이야기로 가득합니다. 본 영상에서는 박물관의 주요 전시 공간 유머 신세계 2200톤의 원강 처리 공장 구산, 실내에 체험 콘텐츠 등 현장을 생생히 담았습니다. 속속안숙 채널과 함께하는 역사여행 구독과 좋아요도 잊지 마세요.
이 손이 뭔가 했더니 이거네. 박물관.
This is where the processed ore was loaded onto ships for transportation to the smelter. And this is where the mine manager lived, kept an eye on you. The three-story company store provided everything you needed, from soda pop to groceries, to shoes, or even an oriental carpet. For more than 50 years, there was no road or railway to these towns, so the only way to get up or down the coast was by boat. A trip to Vancouver was a rare treat. There's a story of a group of women who shared one single fancy hat that made the trip to Vancouver many times on a different head each trip. As with all company towns, there were hard times but good times too. The town's isolation bred a special community spirit. That's equal to the weight of about 4,000 jumbo jets. But finally, by the early 1970s, the mine was struggling to make a profit. It was the end of an era for this mine and for company towns like the beach and the town site, not only here, but across BC and elsewhere in Canada. In 1974, the last whistle was blown and the Britannia mine was closed. Mine and move. That was the name of the game for most mining companies all across Canada back then. The mine shut down, the company packed up and left, and most people moved away. But here's the thing, where are we now? We're on the BC coast, and what does it do here? Well, it rains, and it snows, and the snow melts, and all that water has to go somewhere, so it finds its way down into the ground. Down into the tunnels. But the ground here is full of metallic minerals. Remember, that's why the mine was built here. And when those minerals come in contact with water and with air, they form an acidic, heavy metal soup that drains into the creeks and groundwater. It's actually a natural process called acid rock drainage. But the problem is, when you have over 200 kilometers of tunnels, there's a whole lot more surface area for the water and air to mix with the minerals in the rock. And so up until a few years ago, about 300 kilograms a day of dissolved copper and other minerals flowed down from these mountains into Howe Sound. So if you did this back then, wow, looky here, pennies. Oh, lots and lots of pennies. Of course, it wasn't exactly like that, but back then there was enough metal in the water here for about 100,000 pennies every day. If you were a fish, that was a bad deal. For me, I've got one for that. How about music?
햇빛이라 찍기가 힘드네.